This is
We're
game horror. Let's go.
yeah, that's a pretty good thing.
Okay, that's the intro.
So I guess we'll pick out characters to read off from, right?
Yeah, it's the
Um,
first one to come voice in
yeah.
their head.
Welcome to the world of Higurashi when they cry. The Onikakushi or something arc will be the opening, inviting you to this world. Sit back, relax, and enjoy life in Hinamizawa to the fullest. The difficulty for this chapter is extremely high, but I hope you will enjoy the reward.
How is it difficult? It's like an actual game.
No. Like,
Oh,
I've only. Just a disclaimer, FYI, I've probably seen like half of this so far, but I don't remember a lot of it. So I'm just kind of like, oh no.
maybe
So,
it does become an actual game. You just suddenly are thrown into a first-person shooter.
yeah.
Oh God. No thanks.
And we'll skip
I'll
this
leave
song
now.
and, please do not deploy yourself, even if the world does not forgive you, I will forgive you.
Says it again.
Yeah, please do not deploy yourself, even if you do not forgive the world, I will forgive you. Please tell me what will it take for you to forgive me.
First, so.
This story is a work of fiction.
Oh no, I thought it was real.
June XX 1983.
Ooh. Oh, totally didn't see this before.
Arch has only seen up to like a small portion of this, but
Seen like
otherwise
the
he's just completely blind.
tiniest portion of this game ever.
If you wanna, if you, that's the,
Yeah, we shouldn't say the thought.
we shouldn't.
If I think we should. I was about to do like the most southern accent I could think of.
Do
What do
it,
these
do
guys
it.
live? All right. If I was gonna be ripped apart, anyways, having my body ripped apart would have been far better. I trusted her. No, still trust her. Even in this very moment, I trust her. But I'm starting to realize I only wanted to trust her because I refused to accept the truth. It was as if I was trying to convince myself. Such a silly, sobbing voice.
This is not fitting.
It really isn't. That's why I was saying, I'm like, and those tears making a mess of my face. That mechanical, repetitious sound finally stilled, and everything fell silent. Sorry, that's too big of a word for that southern voice. Repetitious.
I'm not that intelligent.
Only the cry of cicadas remained, annoyingly loud. Fits perfectly. What do you mean, cicadas? And yet, felt as if I could still hear her voice. I like forget how to read while reading in this voice,
Yeah, it's like
but that's not possible.
my IQ is going down by 4 degrees.
She is no longer speaking. The only one crying is me. So he killed her. She never cried. Even when she repeated those words over and over, she never expressed any emotion because there was none to show. There were none to show. Hey, if it's great. I mean, I had to say was, though. Need that improper grammar up in here. If she had no tears to shed for me, then I shouldn't need to shed any for her. Then why? This pain. My eyes getting moist. Why was this happening? I still wanted to believe that I hadn't been split apart. Mix that southern accent with some New York. That's enough, right? Inside me, an inner voice whispered gently. My spirit had suffered enough. Countless times I've wavered over whether I should just throw the battered thing away. Except I stubbornly refused to do that, haven't I? I'd feel better if I just threw it away. Even knowing that, I chose to believe, didn't I? Only I can understand that painful struggle and appreciate it. Hey, me? I've tried more than enough. I'll acknowledge that much. So, isn't it alright? Just,
It's not.
having a stroke. Isn't it alright to just take the easy way out? Besides, I'm not throwing it away. I'm leaving it behind with her.
What a heart.
Like flowers by a grave. Now then, calm your nerves. Even though you can't feel your right arm,
But why?
lift it up. Yeah, that makes sense. With every swing, forget a little more. Oh yeah, I thought he was talking to a dead body for a second, to be honest.
At this point, it wouldn't surprise me.
See, now this character is totally in the rest of the game, and I'm gonna have no idea. So this guy's suddenly gonna get a southern accent midway through the playthrough. That kindness made me happy. That adorable smile brought me joy.
Oh my
So,
god.
it's like a little demented, just a little. I liked petting your head. Interesting thing to think about when you're murdering the person.
Oh boy.
That's what I assume. That's what's happening here. I loved how demure you were.
Demure, something like that.
Gotta be honest. That's not just my southern accent lowering my IQ, okay? That's just me not knowing what the fuck that word is. Because this will be the last time. Because when I swing this down, I'll forget. This is my first and last bouquet for you.
Oh my god.
Oh, wait, maybe he's
Beetle.
not killing the person. Maybe he's chopping up a person and then giving it to the person.
What?
It's either that or he's killing the person. There's one or the other. Perhaps I really did. Should have put love you. I think he's killing the person.
Well, here goes nothing.
Oh boy. Higurashi. When they cry. Now my voice is gonna sound super southern for the rest of this video. No. Is this the same guy? I don't know. You give him different.
Okay. What kind of voice should I guess? I mean, I know who it is, but
Yeah, it's a dude. I know that
yeah.
much.
Somebody is, well,
Here, I have an idea.
what's your idea?
Somebody has been apologizing for a while now.
I guess that
That's,
will work.
that's, Yeah, a deepish voice.
I can do a deep voice if you want me to do it, but it's...
Yeah, you do the deep voice. It'll be
Okay.
10 times more entertaining.
Somebody has been apologizing for a while now. I wonder what she's apologizing for. It felt wrong to eavesdrop, so I tried to ignore it. It had been a while since I last went to the city. I only returned to attend the funeral of a relative. Even though I'd lived there until last month, I found the bustle of the city to be overwhelming. Those skyscrapers and multi-lane roads. The melodious cacophony of the crosswalk. Even the campaign speeches blaring in front of the station felt nostalgic. The place where I live now isn't nearly as lively. There's only the chirping of the locusts and the babbling of brooks. And the cry of the Higurashi, the evening. Is that cicadas or it's cicadas? The evening cicadas.
Well, depends on where you're from, I guess.
Yeah. Rather than making me feel lonely, that quietness has begun to instill a sense of serenity. There is nothing where I'm living now. I don't just mean there aren't even burger joints. There aren't even vending machines. No music stores, no restaurants, no arcades. An ice cream
That's the
parlor?
biggest hit.
Not a chance. Wait, what?
I need that ice cream. I said that's the biggest hit. Need that ice cream in those arcades, man.
The nearest town has some stuff like that, but it's an hour away by bike. But come to think of it, it wasn't really a big deal. There were music stores and arcades and ice cream parlors where I used to live, but it wasn't like I ever hung out at any of them. I had lived in the city for 10 years and never once been to an ice cream parlor. I should have gone at least once. It's only now that I'm starting to regret it a little. Somebody is still apologizing. Who is she apologizing to? She's apologized so much, so just forgive her already. There's no reason anyone should ever need to apologize so much. I started to feel a bit annoyed at whoever was refusing to forgive her. No matter how bad the mistake, there's nothing that can't be forgiven. There's no such thing as an irreparable mistake. You just need to be more careful next time. She's still apologizing, even now. Then, has she really done something that can't be fixed? I have no idea what she's done, but if it can't be fixed, then that's all the more reason to forgive her. No matter how much she apologizes, nothing will change. But even so, she keeps apologizing in such a heartbreaking voice.
It'd be really funny if I gave that southern accent to a little girl.
Hey, you, the one she's apologizing to. Why don't you just go ahead and forgive her? She's apologizing in such a pathetic voice. Do you want to do that one?
Oh boy. Kiichi, we're almost here! Wake up!
Oh, so Keiji, that's a guy's voice, ain't it?
Cage. Yeah.
Okay. You still want me to voice him?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
we're just gonna voice him. I mean,
That's funny on
freaking.
how Keiji has a deeper voice.
Kiichi!
What? I was finally roused from my nap by my father's prodding. That's the voice I'm giving him right there. It seemed the train had reached its final stop. Oh, I got FPS lag. Okay. VN can't handle it. We'd spent hours writing everything from the bullet train to the local routes. It was hard to believe that the landscape beyond the window and the city I was in half a day ago were the same country. Were in the same country. No, that they were even from the same era. From there, we'd take a car deeper into the mountains. Meow. Past where the dense forest encroaching on the mountain road suddenly opened up. Hello, town.
Good old freaking nice countryside town. This is Japan, isn't it?
Yeah. There, where I live now, Hinamizawa.
This thing, every time, like, oh, like another title card. Every time I need like justification on how to freaking pronounce Japanese words because you're just pronouncing them no problem. Like I said, Keiichi.
It's Keiichi. You'll hear it. Well, no, because the voices are off.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's a good thing I used the voices at first.
Yeah.
Even though we were approaching summer, the morning air still had a frigid bite. Although, in exchange, you could fill your lungs up with crisp, clean air. Flipping open the window, I was greeted with a verdant expanse. Nothing but trees. The neighboring house was far away on the other side, so I was probably the only one enjoying that view and that air. I filled my lungs with another deep breath. Since I started living in Hinamizawa, I learned that even air had its own taste. I quickly finished getting ready for school and headed downstairs for breakfast. My mother was the only one there. My father was nowhere to be seen.
Thank God, I forgot his voice.
You gave him that light tone voice.
Yeah, I just gotta try to do it again later.
He was probably up working until the early morning. Dad had a rather unconventional job as a painter. It's such a laid-back profession. Get up when you want, sleep when you want, and work when you want. I was so jealous of that easygoing lifestyle. I even wrote for school that I wanted to be a painter when I grew up. Dad was ecstatic about that. It was just because it looked easy. I'd never tell him that, though. Nice, dude.
I mean, I give him the perfect voice then. That kind of bad the cartoon shows. The freaking most high-pitched, unknowing voice.
Mom laid breakfast out on the table. Seaweed, pickled vegetables, raw egg, and grilled salmon.
Salmon?
That's an interesting breakfast.
Salmon?
Yeah.
Salmon.
What, did I say it wrong?
I said salmon.
Salmon? How would you say it? Salmon? Whatever.
Salmon.
Sorry. I'm gonna mispronounce a lot of stuff in this because I talk weird.
You're fine. I guess some places might actually call it salmon.
Is it? But Dad told me.
My dad!
My mom was such a good cook, it was scary. She's gonna poison me.
What? I was scared of that delicious breakfast.
A perfect, immaculate, ideal breakfast. Unlike my dad, who didn't even know the meaning of the word schedule, my mom never squandered any time or effort. She hummed a little tune as she brought over the miso soup. It seemed like she was in a good mood today. I guess that's me.
Who wants to do the mom voice? I could do it.
Sure, you can do the parent's voice.
I'm gonna kill my throat. This is gonna be fun.
Get some water.
So happy you've been waking up early since we moved here. Keiichi.
Yeah. I don't get up early, I don't. Oh, the voice differences are so insane. If I don't get up early, I don't make it in time for your early breakfast. I thought I was being cute, responding with a wisecrack for being praised for being good.
Oh boy. Full bowl, right? Or we'll have to be in that.
Piling on. First, I savored the steaming hot rice with the seaweed. After that, I covered it with the egg. Between bites of rice, I enjoyed the crunch of the pickles.
Do people actually eat raw egg for like enjoyment of the taste?
I have no idea. Not bad at all. Apparently to Keiichi, it's good.
Yeah. Well, maybe the rice cooks
As
it.
usual.
Maybe the rice cooks it.
Watching me clean my plate, Mom gave me a warm smile.
Oh boy.
Missing 5 teeth.
Oh god. I'm so having breakfast ever since we moved here, Keiichi.
Brush your teeth. I was not a morning person when we lived in the city. I slept right until the last minute before school and rarely ate breakfast. Boycotting the breakfast Mom made me each morning. That was probably the only way I could protest being forced to attend cram school.
Cram.
I guess that was what? Okay. Take 2. I guess that was what you would call my rebellious phase. Air quotes. I wouldn't so much as look at the breakfast you woke up early every day to make. If I could go back in time, I'd slap myself.
Ouch.
Mindful of the time, Mom rushed me along with a wide grin.
Oh, Isn't it about time to meet up with Rana-chan? It's gonna be interesting saying all these Japanese names in like the most
2 words.
USA Southern voices. Hurry up!
Mom really seemed to enjoy the fact that her son was going to school with a girl. Rena is one of my classmates.
Rana. Oh.
Yeah.
Big brain. Alright.
She really loves looking after people, coming to meet me every day without fail. The way I looked at it, a guy my age walking with his ghoul was just walking with a ghoul. Yeah, that's what we're doing. The way I looked at it, a guy my age walking to a girl with school was just lame. Okay.
Walking to a girl with school.
I cannot read. I don't know why. But, well, keeping a classmate waiting for me every day wouldn't be very considerate. Seriously, though, how long does Rena wait there for me every morning? Taking one last scoop of miso soup, I raced for the door.
Please thank Rena-chan for the pickles.
Come to think of it, those pickles weren't store-bought, were they? If I'd known that, I would have savored them a bit more. Morning. Were you saying morning? Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, you should. Yeah, Rena.
Keiichi-kun! Good morning! Her cheerful greeting was as fresh as the morning itself. You're always so early. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's Rena. I mean, Keiichi.
Deepest voice. The
This is
deepest
gonna be
voice
weird because I'm just
so
talking
far.
to myself. I'm just talking
Yeah,
to
yeah.
myself. You're always so early. You should try sleeping in sometime. If I sleep in, I'll keep you waiting. She's so What?
What the fuck is that word?
She's so conscientious, I guess?
Yeah.
And such a good person. If that ever happens, I'll just leave it behind.
Big oops.
hate you, come on. You're so cold. I wait for you all the time.
I'll leave you in the dust. Without looking back.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Is she angry?
Why are you so mean? Why?
Rena had a slightly troubled look on her face. Toying with her was rather fun because of how quickly her mood changed. Gee, dude, you're nice. I'm kidding.
What grade are they in now is the question.
You'll learn later.
Because I know he's like lower than her, but he's big brain.
I'm kidding. I'd wait for you. With those words, Rena seemed to relax. Her face flushed bright red.
Thank you.
I'd wait forever until you came, Rena.
Oh.
No matter how long.
Oh. Well.
Forever.
Rena turned bright red, steam rising from her head as her brain short-circuited.
Yep, that's how biology works. No, it's just robot voice from now on. Her voice modulator broke.
She's especially weak to this sort of talk. It's quite rare to find someone this fun to tease. Have you ever read a romance novel, Rena? I haven't, never even.
I haven't never read any before.
From that response, I gathered she was interested in them, but was too embarrassed to actually buy one. Or them. I don't know what it said there. I couldn't imagine what would happen if she did read one. She'd probably turn red and pass out.
Should probably go full robot.
Oh, yeah. Message from Mom. She says thanks for the pickles.
I like the pickles. It was nothing. You're welcome. How were they? Not too salty?
They weren't that salty. Actually, they had a pretty light flavor to them. They were like balloons. They didn't stay on my tongue.
They just floated up my throat. I like almost choked to death because they were just hitting my uvula.
Almost made me vomit.
Yeah.
It would have been fine to just be honest and say they were good, but apparently I couldn't be that forthright. I'd like to ask something before that. Were you the one who pickled them, Rena? Or was it your mom?
Huh? Huh? Why do you ask? Were they too salty?
Her attitude completely changed as she began to panic frantically. Oh, I have to do a panicking voice, okay.
Oh boy.
Was it you, Rena, or was it your mom?
Why are you asking who made them? Why?
Depending on who made them, my opinion of them might change drastically.
Huh?
She counted
They were
frantically.
shit!
Slaps. She counted frantically on her fingers, trying to remember the amount of salt she used to pickle them. It wasn't like I was trying to tease her, but I couldn't stop myself. Guys who take pleasure in this kind of thing are probably the worst. Guys like me.
I'm probably the worst.
Actually, I am the worst. Rena nervously opened and closed her mouth over and over, trying to muster a response.
It was me.
Delicious.
Huh?
Pretty good, just like the last ones. They went perfectly with the rice. Her face went bright red again. She was completely spacing out. It was truly a lot of fun to tease her. I pray that Renner never gets taken advantage by some lowlife. Like you. Keep at it, Renner. I'll train you until you handle it like the average person.
I'll keep at it till you're not stupid anymore.
Or so I decided for myself. Let's go. If we keep Mion waiting, we'll never hear the end of it.
Oh God, I gotta do that voice, sir. Not just talking to yourself between
Yeah.
three people.
Well, it's okay, because Mion has a deeper voice than normal.
Oh boy, I'll do that then.
Seeing as she just keeps spacing out otherwise, I called Rena back to reality so we can make her way to school. The strange, easily flustered girl is Rena Ryugu. I think that's how you pronounce it. I might be wrong.
Sounds about right.
I've only known her for about a month, but I've come to realize it's just not her name that's strange.
Is that a strange name?
It might be for Japanese culture.
Oh,
Me-chan, good morning.
I'm just gonna use my normal voice. Just not.
Coming up to the next rendezvous point, we saw another person waiting for us.
Orson.
Noticing us, she waved.
What voice? Finally. No, I don't want to do another southern voice.
It's, you want an example of how she sounds like?
Sure.
Finally, you two are late.
Finally, you two are late.
Is that what you want to go with?
Yeah, that sounds good.
You're gonna kill your throat.
Yeah. Plus all the like super high pitched voices I picked out.
Usually, you're the one who's late. In a sharp contrast to the diligent Rena, this one marched to the beat of her own drum. She's Mion Sonozaki, yeah.
I brought my snare drum.
You wanna hear me play a song? For what it's worth, she's our senior and head of the class.
Morning, Rena. And it's been a while, K-Chan. How many years? Drifting into Squidward.
I was only off 2 days.
Oh God. You don't say. I feel like I drifted from the voice.
Oh boy, here comes this part again.
You were God. I don't smoke.
If you don't want to, you don't have to.
You were such a cute little tyke last time I saw you. Heavy smoker voice. Have fun saying that.
Oh boy. Mion's gaze started from my chest, then dropped straight down, focusing on the point between my legs. So she was saying it was my crotch that was cuter back then. Before you ask, just to be clear, I've never actually tried to show it to her.
Try.
I've
So
grown
react.
quite splendidly. You'd be surprised.
Oh Lord. Not only is he bigger, but he gets a little mustache now.
Oh, it's funny on how this doesn't have a voice line to it, or lip sync. Being so engorged with energy every morning is quite a problem, though. I'll introduce you next time, so be sure to greet him properly.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Don't say next time. Right now is just fine. How about letting the little guy get a breath of fresh morning air? This is gonna be on the internet.
I don't think I've ever heard talk so dirty you can smell it fouling up the morning air before. Mion sure does act like an old man sometimes.
Topical.
Gotcha. Time for the big reveal.
Oh
Hope
boy.
you didn't regret it. As my hand reached for my ply, Rena began to ramble in near panic.
Hey, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Red-faced and flustered, Rena tried to play dumb, but it was obvious she knew exactly what we were talking about.
Maybe she's just actually stupid. How was it? Seeing the city again.
Mion switched gears, dropping the dirty talk and changing the topic to something more benefiting to the pleasant morning.
I'm not gonna be able to speak tomorrow.
I only went for a funeral. I didn't have much time.
Oh. Oh yeah. Did you look for it?
If you want to swap the voice, then that's completely up to you, because
No, I'm committed. So yeah, did you look for it?
that's better.
That thing I asked for?
You're not listening at all. I just came back from a funeral. I didn't have any time to look around in any toy stores.
You bitch. Tisk.
I'm guessing it's like tss, tss, tss.
Yeah.
There you go.
Toy stores and hobby shops are completely different, you know. Really difficult to get Western stuff around here after all.
Is this about the games again, Mi-chan?
Mion nodded proudly as Rena giggled.
I almost went back to the smoker voice.
If you need help, then I can try voicing one out.
Yeah. It's kind of
Westport,
freaking...
Westport was short for Western Imported Games. Using that abbreviation did make it sound pretty easy. You can just get them to send you one in the mail, can't you?
Well, I guess I have to now. Drifted to Southern again.
You're too used to the parents' voice.
I'm going to get another game. Oh god. I'm going to get another... I'm going to get another game full of hot action.
This time, I like a game that's easy to understand. I'm not stupid.
Mion is a board and card game enthusiast, and I hear she's collected quite a lot of different ones. According to Rena, Mion's room has kind of become a museum for domestic and foreign games. If there's a game you think I'd understand, let me play too.
Of course. What am I doing with my life? If K-chan is up for it, I should warn you though, we're pretty tough.
Just what I want. I play all sorts of games. I don't tend to lose.
Whoa. Then we'll let you in the group this time, I guess.
Bristling with joy from head to toe, Rena looked back and forth between me and Mion. Mion gave her an affirmative wink, and her expression perked up even further.
Oh yeah. I thought boys preferred playing outside more, so I figured you wouldn't want to.
Rena laughed happily. From such a friendly conversation, you wouldn't think I'd moved here less than a month ago. I understood that they did all they could to make a transfer student like me feel at home. I'll have to try harder to fit in, so they won't feel like they have to try to make me feel welcome. I felt like if I acted a bit more open than I usually am, it should probably be about right for this place.
Oh boy.
Hinamizawa was a really small village. Not only was there only one school, but there was only one class. The class encompasses all different grades and ages. There are about 30 students at different levels, and they all study in the same class. I'm told that long ago, there used to be a bigger school building and they had actual separate classes. However, it seems that something happened that made it become a single class, and now it stayed that way out of tradition. I was shocked at first, but humans adapt pretty quickly. I've already gotten quite used to it. The sound of children playing started from the morning. With such a lively mood, it felt more like a kindergarten than a proper school. Not that that was a bad thing. Mion, who had been walking in front of us up until then, suddenly let me take the lead. Right in front of the classroom door. So I was meant to slide the door open and into the room first. Heh. Too bad. I wasn't going to fall for that again. To think you'd give up the lead here. You meant for this to be a test of my skills. Mion chuckled with a haughty smirk on her face.
What is it, you guys?
Step back, Rena. It's dangerous. She's here!
Huh? Then Satoko-chan is...
Prepare for another character entry.
Oh boy.
This one's your character, because the other one is extremely light-voiced.
Oh boy. I'm just gonna do like the deepest woman voice I can do.
She was a disrespectful, impudent, bossy kid. The way she talks was annoying, but it would be immature to get worked up over just that. The real problem was this. Quite the obvious trap, a blackboard eraser wedged in the door. It's too obvious, Satoko. A haughty laugh came from beyond the door.
Oh yeah.
Cheers.
Excellent, K-chan. I guess that means you win this round.
No, this is Satoko we're talking about. I doubt this is it. After falling for such intricate traps since the day I transferred, I no longer let my guard down. Satoko liked to combine a variety of traps that were simply there to bait you into the main one, traps that relentlessly kept coming at you like a sadistic rogue Goldberg machine. The list goes on. As well as being clever, they almost never misfire. When you least expect it, she strikes. No escape, no time to relax. By the looks of it, this eraser's normal. No rocks or anything in it. I took a pretty heavy hit from a blackboard eraser loaded with rocks my first day.
So then why don't you just open the door and let it drop?
That's what it is. That's what Satoko was after. Making me focus my attention upwards, so as I lift my hand to the door, there were thumbtacks stuck to the sliding door handle with tape. Frightening trip. Imagine just sticking your fingers into nothing but thumbtacks.
And like hard too. Like you wanted to swing the door open with vigor. So you just like and then you're screaming in pain, thinking you solved the problem. Like the blackboard eraser wasn't enough for me. Then you just swing the door open and just start shriveling.
A potent and terrifying trap, concealed by using the blackboard eraser. An impressive combination, Satoko. But in the end, nothing more than the trivial machinations of a child. Assured of my victory, I threw the door open and stepped into the room. I felt something strange at my ankle. It was similar to the sensation of a jump rope catching on my leg. By the time I realized it, she had me hook, line, and sinker. It was already too late.
I didn't hear the boing sound the first time.
I began to fall in almost a what is that?
Picturesque
manner.
K-chan, watch out.
Said that so casually, like you had shades on, like, hey. Instinctively reacting to Mion's shrill warning, I twisted my body in midair before I landed on the floor. This is some ninja over here.
Yeah, this is a freaking side flip.
Ow, ow, ow. An ink stone filled to the brim was placed right where I would have landed. I shuddered, imagining the situation had I landed square on it.
Here we go. Mama, what do we have here?
Oh my god. Do you want to hear her actual voice or similar to it?
Yeah. Oh no, not today.
You got a deep voice like this one.
Yes. A fair morning to you, Keiichi-san. Aren't we a lively one this morning?
Still sprawled in an awkward position, I was greeted by a mocking voice. That was a step up from your usual trap, Satsuko.
I haven't the faintest idea what you mean. Like a kindergartner, isn't it?
Yeah.
Imagine a little 5-year-old walking up to you and going, "You're quite unlucky this morning."
Why is your voice deeper than mine? I'm secretly 40 years old. Oh my god, I gotta have water here.
Oh yeah, water.
You little ow. It seemed I had inadvertently sprained my back a little when I landed. Better than landing on that inkstone.
Is it?
Irie, it's my friend. I'm gonna do her voice. A small hand gently rubbed my head.
Pain, pain, go away.
A small dainty hand continued to gently stroke my head. Well, I need to give her and Rena sound similar.
You didn't sprain your back or anything, did you? If you rub it like this, the pain disappears.
I thought about asking how rubbing my head would help my back, but I didn't. It's not so much about what you actually do, it's the thought that counts. Yeah, thanks, Rika-chan. The pain's going away now.
Just freaking like saying that with like the most pain in your voice ever. It's like, yeah, pain's going away now.
Yay, Rick!
How did I...
Yay, Rika-chan! Good morning. Good morning.
or whatever, tilde thing.
Good morning to you, Rena-chan.
Or Rena, whatever. They keep...
Good morning to
Rika-chan greeted each of us with an adorable little bow. I have to alter her voice a little bit. It was infectious. Rena, Mion, and I all bowed back. What about Satsuko? Just slaps you across the head.
I don't give a shit. I ain't bowing to you.
You're such a good kid, Rika-chan. So much better than Satsuko! I glared over in her direction. Satsuko was whistling, while rather deliberately trying to avoid eye contact.
I'm
Dad.
I am the very model of a good girl.
Yes. A good girl wouldn't set those nasty traps.
Nothing but lies and slander. Exactly what proof?
I picked Satsuko up by the back of her collar. She looks like a misbehaved cat when I do this. But a cat wouldn't be setting traps. She's much harder to deal with. IMSORRY. Try saying that. If you won't say it. I cocked my index finger on my thumb, letting it tremble as I brought it closer to Satsuko's forehead.
I'm against violence. You don't even have any proof.
Just so you know, my forehead flick really hurts. It can split plywood right in half.
Eek.
Eek.
Eek. Stop. Get away from me, you beast.
Don't say that in a way people will misunderstand, you 40-year-old. A small hand tugged on the back of my shirt.
She's been lonely ever since you were gone for 2 days.
Rika-chan really is just so... How could I do anything more after being told that? I gently released my grip on Satoko, who at this point was on the verge of tears. She still had her eyes clamped shut as she braced herself for the forehead flick.
Oh. Ooh. Ooh. It doesn't bother me.
Oh, your mic though is static. There you go.
Whoops.
Yes, the child.
You mustn't cry, Satsuko. Keep on fighting, yeah.
Rika gently petted the head of her prankster friend. You would never guess those two are the same age.
Oh, God. Yeah, you really wouldn't.
Yeah, you wouldn't guess Rika's 40. I think Satsuko could learn a thing or a million from Rika-chan.
Oh, Lord.
Next time, send an even more mason trap.
Wait a minute.
You
As she observed
little-
the scene, Rena's expression grew ecstatic and began to swoon.
No, Satsuko is crying. So cute.
Can't take them home.
Oh, but they're so cute.
You can't, no matter how cute they are.
But just for a bit is fine. It's fine.
Rena kept a cutesy face even as outrageous ideas spewed from her mouth. According to Mion, Rena is ridiculously weak to cute things and always tries to take them home. Object or person. Stealing is bad, but abducting people is even worse. Give it up.
I'm just gonna take this super cute wad of cash.
Money! So cute! Steals. Something I forgot to say in the start of it, aside from your 2-second intro.
What?
So essentially, I'm recording right now, and forgot to mention that this obviously has commentary in it, so if you want a playthrough that doesn't have commentary, go somewhere else. Because we're just gonna be stupid during most of this, so.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's continue then. Did I save it?
No.
Question mark? Okay.
No, you didn't.
Sorry guys, video over, okay, bye. Okay. Rena swooned over Satoko's crying form. If a girl ever goes missing in Hinamizawa, I'll be forced to turn Rena into the authorities. Thinking emoji.
Wait a minute.
Is this so suspicious? Forgive me, Rena. I'll be sure to bring you care packages when they put you away.
The teacher's coming. Quickly, clean everything up. Satsuko, that inkstone is yours, right?
Just for me, on a single statement, the entire mood of the room shifted back to normal. The inkstone was bad, but the thumbtack stuck to the door were an even bigger problem. This teacher just all over her hands.
Teacher blood everywhere.
I pulled the tape off carefully, making sure not to skewer myself.
Oh, they're sharp.
Even though Satoko was the one who set it up, everyone had to pick up after her. By the time the teacher entered the room, the bedlam from before had been neatly tidied up.
Ahaha, we made it in time.
Give me some shades and maybe a DJ boost.
Oh god. Rise, attention.
Mion gave out the morning commands. It's It's difficult being the teacher for all these different grades in one classroom. She has to teach something different to each one. But naturally, she ends up spending all her time with the younger kids. Rena and Mion, being in the highest grade of the class, end up mostly doing self-study. They even end up helping teach the younger kids, so it seems like they can never get to their own studies. They're actually way behind where my studies have progressed to. As a result, I'm pretty much taking over for the teacher and helping Rena and Mion with their studies.
You're a pretty good teacher, Keiichi-kun. Easy to understand.
Rena took a breather after finishing highlighting an important section. Teaching is what is making me lose confidence. It makes me aware of how shallow my understanding of the subject is.
They say that to teach someone something, you need to understand it backwards and forwards. So while you're teaching us, you're getting in your own practice.
In contrast, this person over here is quite laissez-faire about things.
I think it's laissez-faire.
Laissez-faire about things. For one, isn't she supposed to be in a grade higher than me? Look, Mion, this is for your own good. If you don't take this seriously, there will be trouble later on with these marks.
It's not like I'm aiming to go on to a prestigious school. I'll be fine as long as I pick up what I need to know for entrance exams a little at a time. And get my smooth DJing done.
So I can get a degree in DJing. Her staunch defiance was really something else. This was a different type of relaxed than somebody who already knew what was going to happen. What? My brain just died. This was a different type of relaxed than somebody who already knew what was going to be on the entrance exams.
Me-chan, Keiichi-kun is doing the best to teach us. We need to try hard too.
You're such a good and honest kid, Rena. I'll make sure you guys get accepted into a good school.
What? Thanks so much!
Especially you, Rena. Private lessons, just the two of us.
Private lessons?
A puff of smoke shaped like a halo popped out of Rena's head. Exactly.
She's a robot.
Exactly what kind of private lesson is you fantasizing about that's making her turn so red? I'd like to hear a play-by-play of that next time. While Mion was flipping through her vocabulary flashcards, she threw out a casual question.
So in the city, do you have to study this much?
Look at her face. If you don't know at least this much, you can't get into university.
So you study just to get into your university?
Well, yeah, basically. While knowing that the stuff won't ever come in handy in the future.
Out here, you can get into university as long as your attendance is good.
Really? Study equals entrance exams. Having that basic law of the universe so easily overturned sent me into a state of shock.
That is right. There aren't really enough people around here to warrant weeding them out with an exam. If anyone can get into university, then there's no need to be all uptight about this stuff, right?
Well, that's true, but you should at least know stuff that's common knowledge.
Awesome, so I can go get my shades. This old geezer thinks that instead of wasting time studying pointlessly. You should be spending your precious teen years, doing more meaningful things, like DJing.
And driving DJing. It was too profound of a statement to simply laugh off. But since it was Mion, probably didn't actually have that deep of a meaning.
DJ.
I'm not talking about DJ. In place of a chime, the sound of the principal waving a handbell drifted through the classroom.
K-chan, we're done. We're done.
Where's my DJ booth?
I can get back to DJing. It's a wonderful lunchtime where I can eat while playing some tunes.
You wanna hear my tunes? In a complete 180 from her unmotivated state, Mion gave the commands to signal the end of the morning period.
Cage-gun, let's have lunch.
I might have been making a very troubled face. Rena smiled brightly at me. Alright, let's eat. Let's eat the non-existent food!
I can't wait to see who has the southern accent.
There seemed to be different cliques, even within the class. Most of them were divided up by gender and age, but our group was different. Our ages were different, and we both had boys and girls.
Like 40-year-olds.
I mean, not 40-year-olds.
4-year-olds.
Yeah, that's funny, man. But we weren't reserved around each other. This level of openness makes a transfer student like me pretty happy. Rena and Mion pushed their desks together so they were facing each other. At the same time, Satoko and Rika-chan were slowly lugging their desk over as well.
Cage-gun, hurry, hurry!
Rena was waving her chopsticks in an unrefined manner, trying to hurry me along. Unless everyone was together, they wouldn't even open their lunchboxes. That's you.
Keiichi-san's lunchbox is most assuredly a plain, miserly rice and seaweed. Why don't you just show it to us? Come now.
Even though Satoko was hurling insults at me, she still wouldn't open the lid to her lunchbox until I was there. I pulled out my lunchbox swiftly and dragged my chair over to join the circle. Hey, sorry to keep you waiting.
Well then, Representative Me, please give the signal to start.
At first, this was kind of embarrassing, but I got used to it pretty fast. At this point, I probably wouldn't even open my lunchbox if someone else was too slow. Our ages and genders may have all been different, but we were all friends.
All been different.
Wait, that was in past tense. We're
Wait.
Wait a second. Look into everything.
How do we say this?
How
do we do this?
1, 2, 3. Let's eat. Good enough. A for effort. Wait.
Yeah.
The sound of our little 5-part chorus echoed beautifully throughout the classroom. Really though, I've gotten pretty used to this group made up of all girls. Of course, there are other boys in the class, but they were a lot younger, so they were scared to approach me. Well, that's to be expected. Younger boys to see older boys is scary. Compare that to girls, well, at least these girls aren't picky. We put all the side dishes in the middle where everybody was free to pick at them. I thought girls would mind sharing a meal with the guys, so I was a bit flustered joining in. However, Mion noticed that and teased me quite a bit. At the fruit of my efforts, I can now reach over and take sides from anybody's lunch.
My. Isn't Sir Keiichi's lunch extravagant today?
My. Madam Satoko's lunching extravagant as well. The stewed stuff has a nice look to it, rather trendy. Buying into the fight that Satoko was starting, our chopsticks locked in a cross counter, stabbing into each other's lunch.
My, how delicious.
Oh, this taro is good. The stewed stuff is good too, even cold. After seeing my happy face, Rika-chan's expression broke into a little smile.
I've saved some from dinner last night.
By the way, Satoko and Rika-chan's lunches are always the same. It seems that Rika-chan makes it for both of them every day. Rika-chan made this too. These taste like Mom's home cooking. I was honestly impressed. The carrots weren't from a mold, they were done by hand with a knife. That's not easy to do.
Oh yeah, I guess Rika-chan's just as good at stop. It just cut out for me for a second.
Oh, did it? Whoops.
Yeah.
Well, it was on screen for a while, so they can read it. One line won't kill him.
She's really good at sewing, laundry, and stuff like that. Amazing, right? Amazing.
Rika is quite exceptional in many ways. Wait a minute. Aren't you like 5? I don't know. Oh. Santa Claus.
Did it? That's nothing for you to boast about.
Ow.
Rena's actually better cooking than I am.
Well, you know. It seemed that the topic of conversation switched to Rena when she wasn't expecting it, making her blush and trip over her words. Rena's lunch really was the star of the table. Not only did it look good, it tasted good. Everyone else pulled from Rena's lunchbox constantly.
Everyone liked this one so much before, so I made a lot this time. It's good, I hope?
It's got high marks for me. Mion, you're taking too much. Knocking Mion's chopsticks aside, I reached out, trying to secure my own portion. Satoko and Rika-chan reached over at the same time, and a struggle ensued. Everyone shoveled in mouthful after mouthful while praising it, and Rena's lunchbox was soon empty. It was kinda bad that no one thought to leave any for Rena. But Rena seemed rather satisfied as she looked on.
She knew that the robot apocalypse was approaching and that she would take over eventually.
That's you.
I know. How did you like it? Isn't Renaissance an extremely good cook too? Quite different from Keiichi-san.
I said that's nothing for you to boast about.
You're not much different from Kei-chan, Satoko. Can you tell the difference between broccoli and cauliflower yet?
Satoko's face went pale. Hey, even I can tell the difference between broccoli and cauliflower, you know?
Of course I can. I really can.
It's really hard for her to lie.
They both taste good when they're boiled on top with mayo, right? You shouldn't be picking on her. Me-chan too.
Rena hurriedly tried to follow up, but Mion laughed haughtily as she drew closer to Satoko.
Well, just pretend it's a little home ec lesson. Now then, Satoko, what's this?
Mion lifted up her chopsticks. Between them was a piece of green stuff wrapped in bacon.
But that's a spare rib.
Mion made eye contact with me within 0.3 seconds. I had Rika-chan's mouth covered. Holding a piece of bacon-wrapped asparagus and giving her two choices, she's pretty terrible.
The yellow one is cauliflower. No, wait, the green one is cauliflower. So which? Probably the yellow one is broccoli and the blue one is cauliflower. But the green one is, do you really know which is which? How about you just give up?
I'd expect no less from the class representative. The oldest. Throat is dying. Okay. The way she drives people into a corner just shows how much experience she has. You're talking
With
about
DJing.
food! It's food! This is just a hunch, but being brought into the Sonozaki household must be quite the ordeal.
Shit. I do know. I really do. Then answer the question. I know. Why?
She finally broke down and started crying. When she acts like this, she actually starts to seem her age. Should I do her cute thing like a robot too?
I don't know. I know the repetition thing should be done like a robot.
Yeah. Rena entered the study before as Satoko bawled her eyes out. Rena was in a state of bliss as she rubbed her cheek against Satoko's head and smothered her. Really, a very content face. One that wouldn't care if the world ended right then. It was that kind of smile.
Oh.
Thinking emerging.
Rena. Mimi is picking on me. One.
Cute. Yeah. It's okay, Rena. Oni-chan will take care of all those bad people who tease my little sister.
Oh shit.
Oh, dead.
Oh shit.
With smooth bomb. It was like a flash of lightning. What was that just now? Both of Rena's fists shot out like supersonic speed, striking Mion and me squarely in our faces. Before we knew it,
Literally, they broke the sound barrier.
yeah, Mion
My
and I,
eardrums have been blown.
my eyes are on the walls. Mion and I were sprawled spread eagle on the floor, staring at the ceiling with matching welts on our faces.
This is the first time you've gotten one, right? Today she went easy on it.
Easy. You mean there's something over than this? With that, Mion and I both slumped our heads back to the floor in unison. From now on, I'll be more careful when I'm within striking distance of Rena. See, Tatako-chan, I took care of them. Cute.
Microwave.
I want to take you home. I want to take microwave home. It's cute. Making sure Rena couldn't see it, Satoko stuck her tongue out at us. Rika-chan massaged our bruises without saying a word.
Lunch is over.
Silence.
Oh wait, no.
No,
School is
school
over.
is over. Okay. So it's one glass school and then leave.
Yeah. Just, lunch isn't a break in between school and school. Lunch is before over.
Lunch is before over.
Yep.
That's a sentence.
Yep.
No matter what the day held, the last school bell always came too soon. Our shadows stretched off into the distance.
Hey, Keiji-kun, tomorrow, do you have plans or anything?
Wait.
It was such a direct question from Rena, I inadvertently blushed. If it was for a date, then wouldn't you do it more subtly? Rena saw me lost for words and realized that I misunderstood, and turned red as well. No, I didn't mean like that, you see. So apparently that wasn't what she meant. But since it's always fun when Rena's in a panic, I went along with it a little. Oh, really? So it wasn't meant that way. Playing it up, I slumped my shoulders, feigning dejection. Keiji-kun, why are you so disappointed? Why? Me-chan! Unable to hold it in any longer, Mion slapped me on the back. I will make sound effects.
I see. This old geezer never knew you could push her buttons like that.
This is a DJ's laugh. What is it? Mion was rolling on the floor, clutching her stomach while Rena flailed around, completely bewildered. I couldn't help but start laughing as well. Feeling just a bit guilty, I ruffled Rena's hair. Kidding, sorry, it was a joke. That was my fault. She really is a cute one.
Huh? A joke? Since when?
About halfway through.
Halfway. So, Gay-John, that means you weren't acting.
Did you cut out? What happened?
I don't know. So, do I need to repeat that?
Nah, you don't have to.
Huh? That means?
It was only a momentary lapse, but there was no way Mion would let such a delectable detail slip by her. Well, you see, saying anything more was also a bad idea. In my bewildered state, I slipped further into an unfavorable position. After that, Mion continued to tease me about it for a while.
Yeah.
54 FPS. So, why were you asking me if I'm free tomorrow, Rena?
Huh? Oh, what were we talking about?
It had been so long that Rena had forgotten. That's how long Mion had teased me.
It's just, Kei-chan, you probably can't find your way around
Hinamizawa.
Hinamizawa by yourself yet, can you?
That was true. I hate to say it, but if you blindfolded me and spun me around 3 times like we were playing pin the tail on the donkey, I wouldn't be able to tell up from down here. Yeah, I don't think I know how to get anywhere besides back and forth from school.
Yes. So you see, tomorrow we were thinking that Mi-chan and I could escort you through Hinamizawa and show you around.
That would be a godsend. Frankly, I was happy about the offer.
You'll come, of course, right?
If I'm free.
You're being invited by a girl, you know.
A girl DJ.
A girl who knows how to spin them turntables.
I'm free.
You're probably free anyways. You don't got important DJ stuff
You
like
ain't got a life. You ain't got the DJ life.
the DJ life is the only life one can have, and you ain't got it.
What
yet.
kind of life can you have in Hinamizawa aside from DJing? If I'm free. I was being stubborn, so as not to give a clear yes or no. Even though I thought it would be a godsend, I'm too much of a scamp to say it so up front.
Cage-kun, you're not free, perhaps. Perhaps.
While Mion and I had our rather sour back and forth, Rena peeked over at me hesitantly. Figuring I'd be a bit too rough on her, I gave in. Sorry, forgive me, I apologize. I'm free.
Great.
The trepidation disappeared from Rena's face as it blossomed into a smile.
Hey now. Seems like there's quite a difference between how cold you are to me compared to Rena, isn't there?
It seems that Mion didn't care for how rude I was to her compared to how quickly I agreed with Rena. But her being annoyed was very interesting. So I pushed Rena forward, speeding up our pace to leave Mion behind. Let's go, Rena. Maybe it should just be the two of us tomorrow and leave grumpy old Mion behind.
Well, if Cage-kun is okay with that, then...
Oh yeah. I'm the one who came up with the idea to take him around. Don't ignore me, Keiichi Maibara.
I think it's Maribara. Maibara? Something like
Maibara.
that. Yeah.
Whatever the fuck your name is. I just like DJing.
It'd be great if just the two of us could go on a picnic together. Shall we bring a basket, Rena?
If we bring a basket, I'll make all the food. Maybe.
Don't you ignore me too, Rena. I'll put out a village-wide circular saying that you two disappeared into the hotel district together. Oh shit.
Slap.
Well then, I'm going home right now to start making it. Tomorrow's going to be so fun. Later, Cage-kun. Mi-chan, bye.
Just slap and just didn't even care. Rena bounded off like she was walking on the moon. After the dust settled, all that was left was me standing next to Mion, sprawled out on the ground. There was a welt on her face. Are you alright? There was over 2 meters between you guys.
Since you came, they become sharp. So Jesus' body can't handle it. DJ, it's my lifestyle. Punch.
I'm not a punching bag, I'm a DJ. Maybe it'd be easier if you stopped saying stuff that makes Rena want to hit you. Or else this will end up being Mion's slapstick comedy hour. If that happened, the results might be fatal. Don't feel bad, Mion. You're probably the only one who can dodge her jabs.
It felt like it was for me, though.
Could it be that we were hanging around with an unrivaled martial artist master? Maybe someday we'll see her debut in extreme contact sport. You can't lose to Rena. You need to train up and have a rematch.
Keichin, you should... This old geezer will root for you.
I love how we chose Satsuko as the old geezer, like the 40-year-old, but then she's calling herself this. Like the youngest of the group is the 40-year-old.
Yeah.
Mion and I reaffirmed our determination to discover a way to counter Rena's infallible technique. Infallible? Maybe that was infallible, but I didn't see an I.
I think it's infallible.
chapter. Maybe.
Yeah.
You
Right.
want to look at the tips? It's just extra information.
Sure.
Alright. Few new tips. Oh boy.
This is a bit creepy.
We're mixed grade, don't have a uniform.
We're in mixed grade.
Not music though.
Yeah.
So, Rena, we're the same age. We're the same age? Question mark?
No, actually, I'm a robot.
Yeah.
Thousands of years old.
I recently got revamped because I was getting rusty. I mean, what?
Yes, that's right. We're the same zodiac animal, too.
Hey now, it would be weird if we're the same age, but not the same zodiac animal.
That's not true. If your birthday isn't the same, then you have different animals even though you're the same age.
Huh? Oh, I see. Mion, you're pretty smart.
I'm wrong.
What month were you born, by the way, Kate? I'm July.
Rena smirked and puffed up with pride. Hey now, what's the meaning of this? She's not planning to be all high and mighty if her birthday is a wee bit sooner than mine, is she? Heh, don't even. It's impossible to challenge me my birthday. I chose my birthday!
It's January 1st.
Oh no, my birthday's January 2nd.
I wouldn't even mind if you bet $1 per month.
Huh? Why? Why?
Rena panicked at the at suddenly being challenged to a wager. Given how panicked she is, I am certain that she doesn't have much allowance left this month. It's just sending her into a panic about something as simple as a birthday is so fun. I can't help myself.
Because I'm a colossal dick. So that means you were born in April, K-Chan.
Right on. Too bad, Rena. I'm already far older than Rena. I'm 56.
Oh, what does that mean? April to July? That's not that far.
Yeah. I'm closer to death.
Is he though?
Well, it depends. It's like health stuff, I guess.
Could depend on whether or not he murders people or not.
Well, that too.
It's like, oh yeah,
At this
is
point,
a
there's no telling. Okay,
Oh, I see.
then you're the same age as Mii-chan.
Well, it's just a few months. That gap will open up again soon enough.
Mion snickered through her nose. Hey, that's not something to get all high and mighty about. You just did! Jeez! So, only you
That's
can
what
get
the
high
parents
and mighty about your birthday, but no one else can.
That's why the laugh is there.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see the next sentence. As if I'm the one to talk. Now that you mention it, you're in a higher grade, right, Mion?
Oh! Wait a minute. Hey! If you're into underclassmen, then I can be an underclassman. How on?
Hope you're into DJs too.
If you're not into DJs, that's a deal breaker.
Mii-chan, you're not making any sense to me.
Just by seeing Rena's blushing face, you could tell she knew exactly what she meant by it, though. Since Satsuko and Rika-chan are underclassmen, their grade is so different that they should be in a different school, shouldn't they?
Kei-chan, I think
Wait,
your tastes are a bit too young, I think.
you're not making any sense yourself, Rena. I'll just grab onto her head and scruff it up a bit. Ow. Stop it. I wondered about it before, yeah. I was wondering why the school has different school years all mixed up.
There aren't enough classrooms, can't help it. This building is being rented from forestry services after all.
When she says it like that, it makes sense. I thought our
Like
school
a
was strange.
DJ.
I thought our school was strange for a while now. The schoolyard is gravel. There are rooms set out for classes, and there's some strange sort of construction machinery parked here. Why is it being borrowed? What happened to the real school?
There was one here forever before the war. It got
Dilapidated? I think it's
Yeah.
dilapidated.
dilapidated. Whatever the fuck that means. They closed it down.
It probably was a grand old schoolhouse.
Well, because of that, the students would have to attend the school in the city. And that's pretty far though, you know? Also not very well suited for my DJing.
which school would that be?
Did you know that there's a school if you pass by the
Okinomiya.
Okinomiya train station? Turn at the hospital and head towards the pediatrics department.
Wow! This is so far. I couldn't tell where that was by the location, but I understood it was pretty far from Rena's reaction.
Well, that's why. The guys that didn't want to commute to
Okinomiya. Nomiya. Something like that.
Okinomiya rented out the building from the forestry services and are attending this pseudo schoolhouse here.
About half the children in Hinamizawa go here. There are quite a lot of kids that come here on bike.
Well, since they're attending this really messed up school, it might be pretty hard for them to get into higher education. That's why DJing is the best.
Don't have to worry about that university.
That's not true, Mi-chan. If you study properly, you can go anywhere you want.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I totally agree with Rena on this one.
Yes, that's right. Let's try our best.
All of you try your best. The old man will be rooting for you.
That old man is something. Not just us, you too. You should be preparing for exams, shouldn't you? Your future is bleak with grades like this.
Not if I DJ. Fine, just fine. If I get stuck on Moo Chop and K-Chan as he works forever.
What do you mean by Muchak K-chan? What do you mean?
Oh? Wait.
That's, the teacher. You want me to do it, or you want to do it?
Think of what? It's a girl?
Yeah.
How old?
I mean, she's a teacher, so probably 20s, 30s. She
You
looks.
can have a
she
teacher
looks-
in like the 50s.
What? Well,
What's her voice sound?
She looks. I don't know her voice, but she looks like she's like 25 or younger.
Hey, you're too loud.
You're too slow.
I just there's nothing deep.
Here, she'll come in the view, maybe. There you
Be
go.
quiet. Self-study.
teacher yelled at all three of us. It was completely our fault. Look at her
I was
face.
expecting the.
Satsuko saw it and chortled haughtily. I stuck out my tongue at her in response. What was he saying?
I said I expected like the teacher to come in view, and I saw Satsuko, and I was like, "What?"
She's a teacher. I told you she was a 40-year-old. It is just as Mion says. The school has nothing to do with higher education. But it makes up for that by having lots of valuable things other schools don't. That was a long kip. So we're gonna do this?
Yep.
Okay. It's only June, but it's already so hot. I mean, that's typically how it works, but
Oh, end of June is summer, so.
I could hear the Higurashi outside chirping me, me, and that night, there are mosquitoes. It might as well be summer already. My only salvation was that the mornings were still cool.
Summer, I do declare.
Satsuko was flapping her skirt languidly. That's pretty unladylike there. Even if she was a little brat, she still was a girl.
Keiichi does seem quite cool with a single button-up shirt. I'm so jealous.
From how I see things, the skirt you're wearing looks like it would be much cooler. A girl like you just wouldn't understand. Wearing jeans during this season and how steamy the garage gets.
Wait, this girl's supposed to be like 10. Watch it.
Watch it. Look at Rena, why? It gets steamy. How? This girl has gone to imagining something indecent. Rena's summer clothes have a nice refreshing color. I feel cooler just looking at them.
Nah, thank you. They really do feel pretty cool.
Too cool for school. I do wish my summer clothes were as breezy as Rena's.
What is with her face?
But Satsuko-chan, your summer clothes are so cute. Being a one piece and all. I'd like to wear your summer clothes.
What? So they can be too small?
This is actually quite stuffy, you know. I do believe what you're wearing would feel much cooler.
But it would be so much more fun with cute clothes. Wow. I had a feeling that Rena's and Satsuko's base values were fundamentally different. Speaking of which, our school doesn't have a uniform.
Yeah, it doesn't. As long as they're proper, then regular clothes are fine.
There are quite a few students in regular clothes. There were a few wearing uniforms, but they were all the same design and rather plain. What's the uniform they're all wearing? They're all the same.
That's the city school uniform. It's not like there's a rule, but they're all wearing them.
Speaking of which, everyone in our group is wearing a different uniform, aren't we? Did you go out your way to get them from somewhere?
Why, yes. Mion San supplied them.
Mi-chan's relative runs a second-hand clothing store. They can get school clothes from all over the country for cheap, they say.
So you asked those relatives to get a bunch of unique school uniforms then. That Mion. She probably loves using her friends as dress-up dolls. That must be a strange second-hand clothing store. I get that it's a second-hand clothing store, but stocking clothes from schools all over the country? That's pretty strange for a second-hand clothing store. I've said that second-hand 4 million times. What's the point stocking up clothes from faraway schools they know nothing about?
Yeah, I think so too. They also have used school swimsuits and PE uniforms. I don't like the idea of having used ones.
Doesn't sound like that shop makes much money. They probably have Mion pitch in and help so they can make a bit more.
But Mion says it'll be a big hit and become a great store. With such conviction.
A second-hand
Maybe it's because she's DJing.
she's DJing for them and earning them money. So that's where she's been. A second-hand
She's been class to DJ.
a second-hand clothing store that stocks school uniforms will be a big hit. I don't get it.